Servus from the Pain Cave and welcome back to another stage of Zwift's Fresh Outta 25 series. Today we're in France, racing the Hell of the North route, 20 kilometers with 240 meters of climbing and a decisive finish up the Petit KOM. I'm racing in advanced span once again with the A-PEX VELO crew alongside some strong riders such as Teddy, Greg P, Gregory, Martijn, Marty, Lucas, Alistair and Leon. Before we dive into the action, let's take a look at the general classification after stage 2. I'm gonna try to defend my current third place in the GC against what might be the strongest field of riders we have seen so far in ZRacing advanced history. Jan Iffa didn't join the race in the end, but Magnus Nielsen did. He is currently second in the GC. I'm predicted 31st, and with more than 100 riders lining up today, I'd be absolutely happy with that. We're off, and this will be a fast race with such a stacked field, so position is key, and right after the start, we will approach the French S's that might lead to some attacks and a strung out field at the front. So let's get there to the front and stay there. You can see the first yellow gradients. I'm out of the saddle, pushing at around 70 RPM. I'm really trying to get there. I feel comfortable doing that for 30 to 60 seconds, especially at the beginning of the race. But I need to get there that I can hold that for longer. And it definitely helps me. It definitely helped me to increase my power because it just feels better to grind at this low cadence, using your body weight, pushing left and right, and pushing around 6 watts per kilo at this style of riding. It's a lot easier. So this was a great help to get there. And you can see we're in the S's. There is some accelerations at the front, but the field is just too big. You can see 129 riders today in that field, so probably the biggest and most stacked advanced racing, ZRacing field we have seen so far. And I felt great in the warm-up, and you can see I'm taking a hydro chill from Power Bar, and I only do that when I know today is the day, and I felt like today I really want to show my best effort ever, and I want to challenge my 5-minute PB because that Petit KOM is around 5 minutes, and in the past I pushed my 5-minute PB there in, I think, early October it was, during the FRR tour. And so I knew in the warm up I felt really good. My legs felt amazing, efforts and all the my general warm up felt really good. So I knew today there is something possible, and I left it all out there, trying to stay with the front here. I'm a bit further behind, but no big problem here because everything will stay together. The field is just too big, and I was worried that no one wants to push at the front and there will be attacks happening left, right and center. But thankfully, the field was fast. You can see our average speed is at 47 kilometers per hour, so there wasn't really any chance to go for attacks, and everything was quite close together. We are currently at 4.3 watts per kilo average after 13 minutes, and it felt alright. So it wasn't really a big problem, and I felt just really comfortable riding at that pace. You could also see probably lots of YouTubers in that field today. We got Luke Walton, Rough Draft Cycling, we got Gavin, we got Bike Monk Biff, and we got also Road to A here in that field. So pretty cool to race alongside all these guys, and especially also some familiar names and friends from my team and other teams. So always great fun to meet here at this Monday evening ZRacing event. All right, 7.4 kilometers to go. I'm using my featherweight here because we got another 2 power-ups coming up. And honestly, I thought draft and feather are both helping on that final climb. Probably the draft will be even better because it's 40 seconds long, I believe. So I'm taking both. So I'm definitely using every power-up that I will receive, because we're trying to save every bit of energy that we can, and so far it went pretty good. We're still at 270 watt average, which is at 4.3 watts per kilo for me at 62.5 kilograms. And I'm ready for that final effort and let's see what I can push there. I mean, my big goal is to push a new 5-minute PB. Last time at the ZRL I came very close to 6 watts per kilo, and that was my second biggest goal of the year when I upped my game in summer, and I went for training a bit more consistent and structured. I wanted to get to 5 watts per kilo FTB and 6 watts per kilo on 5 minutes effort, and today is the day to show that I can do that, and I'm absolutely determined. You can see my face. Normally I have a smile on my face, but now I'm really focused and ready to push really hard on that final 2.7 kilometers. So the Petit KOM is on 2.7 kilometers at 4% average gradient. And I am ready, getting out of the saddle here, pushing at around 80 watts per kilo, trying to stay with the front. I'm here really very much at the front of the field. I'm locked on the wheel here at these front guys. And yeah, they're already throwing in on the pedals big time, but I'm trying to stay here with 6 watts per kilo, trying to stay in the wheel here of these front guys. And you can already see in the back, the peloton and the bodies have exploded early in the climb already. So this is going to be strung out, and it's going to be really hard to stay here with the front. I'm still out of the saddle, pushing here at 6 watts per kilo, sitting down for a second to just get the cadence a bit up, because that still feels more comfortable. And as I told you, like, a minute or so is possible for me, but especially during end of the race, it's getting harder and harder. And you can see I'm pushing here 7 watts per kilo. And at that moment, with 1.4 kilometer to go, yeah, you can see where I sit down here, I started to struggle. I started to feel like, okay, I cannot hold that pace for too long, and it's still 1.4 kilometer to go, which at that pace is still almost like 3 minutes. And yeah, it's super tough. And here at this moment, I'm starting to fade a bit. I had to sit down. I had to ease off for 2 or 3 pedal strokes, and that cost me lots of positions. I couldn't hold here any longer. Martin is right next to me on the left here. I'm still fighting for a top 30 position. Sterbens, the Polish guy, he finished third in the first stage, just behind me. He is also there. So lots of familiar names. Carlos Leon is also right next to me, also very strong Spanish rider. And we are 700 meters to go here, and I cannot hold their wheel any longer. You can see I'm suffering really big time. Have to use my drafting boost to try everything to stay with the front group, but the gap is opening up. I cannot stay with them. Martin is right next to me here. We are at 400 meters or 500 meters to go, and I'm still here fighting for a top 30 position. Patrick Schelling is just also a bit further ahead. So there's some really strong guys just next to me. Also, Carsten is just behind me, coming back from illness, and 200 meters to go. I'm going for a last push because I can see I'm very close to my 5-minute PB, and if I go all out now, you can see I'm checking here with my eyes. And I got my 5-minute PB, and I'm just pushing to the line because that was my big goal, leaving everything out there. There's another guy I can overtake to the line, as it seems, the Canadian here, and I take him on the line here, overtake him to take 24th position right after Patrick Schelling, former World Tour Pro, and Carlos Leon. So super good result for me. You can see I'm happy. I'm absolutely exhausted. Jake Stidler is taking the win here ahead of Joshua Haggerty. I don't know these guys, but they must be really strong, as it seems. And in the GC, I moved up to 4th position. Carlos Leon is 3rd, and Magnus Nielsen is in the lead. I'm just ahead of Patrick Schelling, and there's also some more guys from our team. Martin is in 7th, Greg is in 12th, Marty is in 14th, Teddy in 17th, and Alistair in 20th. Also, Teddy had some issues. He was also sick last week, was on vacation, so he also struggled a lot. And I mean, you can see here the race. It was pretty fine here on that approach to the Petit KOM. Didn't struggle out there, but yeah, on the Petit KOM, I left everything out there. Like, I gave it my very best, and yeah, we will see here in the PBs. I got a new 5-minute PB with 6.2 watts per kilo, so I exceeded my expectations. Absolutely smashed my 5-minute PB. I mean, that climb was perfect for that. Also my 8 minutes and 10 minutes. So I reached my second big goal of the year to get to 6 watts per kilo in 5 minutes. And I'm absolutely stoked about that and super happy with that effort in the end. What a race. That was insanely tough, but super rewarding. If you enjoyed the battle, the climb, and the power stats, please like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. And tell me, how did stage 3 go for you? Drop your result in the comments. See you in the next one. Cheers and ride on.
Remember to subscribe.